Hey everyone, it's time for another Pathfinder adventure card game scenario. We are on scenario 5.6, the final scenario of level 5, excuse me, here at the Eternal Arena. Last adventure, Ahmotep got that spell card feat, and since she wasn't able to go to a trader, trade any boons or loot, she had to go for a basic spell, so she got an additional Immolate spell. So that's the status of her deck. Advancing the Blessings deck, the first thing we get at the Eternal Arena is the Pillar of Life. It's a spell 4, so I'd really like to get this spell so I can trade Wisdom Divine. I kind of want level 4 items. I'm going to use a Blessing of Ra. Rolling 2d10. So we get a 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We could bump that up to a 10, 11. It's not enough. So the Bane gets, or the boon I should say, gets banished. Resetting my hand. Advancing the Blessings deck. Okay, we get a whip. It's a level 1 treasure. Not too interested in acquiring this. It's always good to get extra cards for health, though. So we get a 3. My melee is +2 for a 5. I'll go ahead and recharge a card. I'll recharge a Flame Staff. That way I will acquire this card. Like I say, it never hurts to have extra health in this game. I'm going to go ahead. I don't have any. I'm going to discard a Blessing of Kepri in order to get a free exploration. And we get the Brain Ooze. So it says here, immune to mental and poison traits. It does electricity damage before you act effect. Doing that right now. Okay, so we get a level 4 creature. So, Brain Ooze states his difficulty is increased by 4. So he's a 16 to defeat. So let's see, what I'm going to do here is I have the Sirocco spell, which allow me to do my Arcane and my 3d8. So 3d8, pretty powerful. And gather my dice. 3d8 and a d10 plus 2 for 16, just to be on the safe side. Yeah, just to be on the safe side. I don't really think I'm going to need that. I think I can get a 16. Famous last words. I'll recharge a Crocodile Skin Madu. Give myself an extra D4. Okay, maybe that'll make all the difference. Alright, rolling these dice. I need to get a 16. I got 8 and a 7 is 15. And a 6 and another 6 and another 2. So more than enough. This Bane is banished. Alright, so now what I want to do is I want to recharge my Sirocco spell. But I have in my hand a Staff of Focus. So it says for the Staff of Focus I can discard this card or reveal this card and discard a spell to automatically succeed at your Arcane or Divine recharge check. So I'm going to discard my the Lightning Bolt spell so that I can automatically recharge my Sirocco spell, and then I will recharge my hand. Alright, advance the Blessings deck. Okay, we get the Mist Mail. That's a pretty nifty item, but, excuse me. Mist Mail, pretty cool. It's only level 2 though. So, Intelligence Arcane 8. I will just do a straight up intelligence check, D10. Alright, so we roll a 10. So that's pretty cool. I like it. So we'll go ahead and gain the Mist Mail, add it to our hand. I don't have any ways to do an extra exploration, so I'm going to discard the whip so that I am back up to my hand size. Advancing the Blessings deck, and we get the Corridor Dart Trap. Okay, so Dexterity Disable Stealth Perception. Well, I just gained the Mist Mail, which allows me to add 1d8 to my stealth check. I also have the Explorer Staff. Discard this card to add 2 dice to your disable check. So I got stealth options, I got disable options. Pretty cool. I mean, let's see, what's going to be the better one? I don't have any blessings in my hand. Very unfortunate. I think, so this is, the difficulty is increased by twice the adventure scenario deck number, so that's going to be a 10. So I need to roll a 16. Ouch. So, in order to get a 16, I could go a D8 and a D4, or I could do 3D4. So it seems like the D8 and the D4 is going to be the way to go. So that's what we'll do. So D8, D4, got to get a 16. Well, obviously it's not even going to work because I need a 16. And so looking at an auto fail here, let's see, I could do the 3D4. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do the Explorer's Staff. That way I can use the Misty-Mail to reduce damage. So Explorer's Staff, 3D4. So it's not a bad roll. I actually rolled a total of a 10. So the Explorer's Staff, so my disable check, right? So I discarded it. I rolled a 10. I can recharge a card, use Ahmotep's power to make that at 12. I still missed by 4. So it says here, if undefeated, each character at your location is dealt 1d4 ranged combat damage. Okay, so 1d4 damage. So I take 1 point of damage. I'm going to use the, no, I'm not going to use it. I'll use the Misty-Mail. I can recharge it to reduce combat damage by 3. But the unfortunate thing is that the Corridor Dart Trap gets shuffled back into the deck. So that's kind of annoying. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 cards left in the location deck. Randomly determining which card's on top. It's going to be the 5th one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Alright, so resetting my hand. Advancing the Blessings deck. Okay, and we get the Desert Trapper. Okay, so he's increased by the Scenario's Adventure deck number, so he's a 5. So I need a 12. I can only use 1 card. Not a problem. I'll use the Sirocco spell, or the Sirocco spell. One of these days, do a check to see how to pronounce that word. Okay, so 3d8 and a d10. Pretty confident here. Yeah, so 16, 24, not an issue. Desert Trapper. He's a human veteran. He's going to be around. We might see him again. I'm not even going to bother trying to recharge this Sirocco spell. I mean, yeah, I rolled a 6, 7, 8. Failed that. I have another one in my hand. Don't necessarily need to recharge that. Alright, resetting my hand. Advancing the Blessings deck. And we get a Shock Elemental. So he's a basic monster, a basic Bane. So after we encounter him, he will be discarded for the entire campaign. Okay, he has some immunities. He's immune to electricity damage. If you play a weapon that does not have the bludgeoning trait, the difficulty to defeat is increased by 2. Okay, so let's see. I actually have a Staff of Focus, which is a bludgeoning. So I could go ahead and just do my strength skill plus 1d6. I don't have to roll a 9. So my strength skill is an 8. And I roll a d6 with the Staff of Focus. Then it's a weapon, so I can recharge an item. So I'll recharge the Anubis Staff. And that way I get to add a d12 to this check. Alright, d12. Rolling these dice. Alright, we get... We get a 9, 10, 11, 17. Okay, Shock Elemental is defeated. And he's banished for the entire scenario. The entire campaign. Been knocking the camera around lately. I have to really be a little more mindful of that. Advancing the Blessings deck. And we get this scenario's henchman slash bad guy. So he's immune to electricity and poison. He does electricity damage. So he has an after you act effect. Well, I have the Ice Storm spell in my hand, which says that ignore any non-villain monster's power that happens after you act. So, and it says, so he's just a henchman. So the Ice Storm can completely nullify him. So Ice Storm is a d10 plus 3d8 I really like this spell. It's probably one of my favorites. Going to recharge a Frost Staff so I can add a D12, and I'm also going to recharge my ally Idori so I can add a D4. Okay, all these cool things. Rolling dice here. So we get a 3 and a 6 is a 9. 10, 11, 12, 17, and an 8, 25. And a 4 is 29. So 12, 15, 21. Yep, 29 grand total. Awesome. So we defeat this guy. We don't have to do the after you act effect because I played Ice Storm. So what I'm going to do is I have the Staff of Focus in my hand. Staff of Focus has that ability where I can recharge, discard a spell to automatically recharge a card. I'm going to discard the Acid Jet so I automatically succeed at my recharge check. So that's cool. I get my Ice Storm spell back. So now what's going to happen is I can try to close this location. It says here, when closing, summon and defeat a monster. So I'm going to have to randomly roll to see what kind of monster we encounter. We're going to try to close this location. I think we have a good chance of doing so. So wow, I rolled a 27. So bear with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 26. Okay, so this is the monster that we randomly picked to try to close this location. Whoa, it's a mummy. Man, pretty awesome. So, the mummy is immune to the cold, mental, and poison traits. If the check to defeat has the fire trait, add 1d8. Oh, look at that. Boom. Sirocco spell. If undefeated, well, I really think we're going to fry this guy. Okay, Sirocco spell D10 plus 3d8. Assembling my dice. It has the fire trait. So we get to add an extra d8. So adding the extra d8. Then we're going to use a Blessing of Abdar. So we roll an additional d10. And we are good to go. And we're going to recharge the Staff of Focus, which will allow us to add a d12. Okay. Feeling pretty good. Alright, let's see what we get here. And we get a total of 6 and 4, 10, 19, 20, 22, 23, 12, 25, and an 8, 32, more than enough. So that's pretty cool how we closed out this location by defeating a mummy. So maybe the mummy was just there the whole time. Let's see, so to recharge the Sirocco spell, or the Sirocco, I need a Divine 13 or Arcane 13. So I rolled a 5, 6, 7. I could bump it up to a 9. So did not recharge the spell. So finally we have to reset our hand. Make sure we have 8 cards left in our library. Otherwise we have perished. But as it is, Ahmotep is able to recharge her hand. She has closed the Eternal arena location, and we are done with this scenario. Alright, doing a deck check. Since it is the end of level 5, I kind of want to give you a state of Ahmotep's deck update. So what we're going to do is let's go ahead and get her deck. Let's see what Ahmotep can do here. So that was the end of level 5. We only have one more level, which is going to be level 6, and then we are done with the entire campaign. So pretty exciting, you know. I'm pretty excited. So what's really cool is, so we got the Staff of Focus, which is the weapon. We got a spell. We got the ally Idori items. So these are the items. So we get the Mist Mail. Pretty cool. Here's the Immolate spell, which we had to get since I gave Ahmotep the card list feat of an extra spell. So I had to give her a basic spell. There's a crocodile. I really like this card, but you know, it's not really in theme with the character perhaps, but that's what kind of makes the game fun. Just mixing and matching different items for different characters. So yeah, Pathfinder, awesome game, as you see me playing this game constantly. Alright, so that is the state of Ahmotep's deck. The reward for the scenario was a power feat. So end of level 5 level is a power feat. Let me go ahead and zoom in so you can see what the power feat options are. As you can see, these are the a little blurry there. Okay, that's a little better. So these are the power feat options we have for Ahmotep. She really, for this scenario, she hasn't used this when you attempt a knowledge or diplomacy check. That could be beneficial. So this is the one I wanted. You may recharge a card that has the staff trait or a spell to add 1d12 to your combat check. So now she has extra spells. She'll always have the option of adding a d12. She has so many staves though. This is when you would discard a spell or any card for a power on a card that has the staff trait. I don't really know why that's there. Feel free to let me know. To me, it doesn't really seem like a great power to have. So then we've already maxed out our hand size. So it says we're playing solo, so this one isn't really necessary. So basically, at the start of your turn, you may discard or recharge a card that has a staff trait to draw a card that has a staff trait from your discard pile. When using this power, you may treat cards that have the fire trait as if they had the staff trait. So this would be an interesting one. I'd have to beef that up, build on that in order to get that. But as it is, it seems like you either have two paths to go down, or tree branches, whatever you want to call it. Either this one or this one. But we'll go ahead and stick with this one. So this is the power feat that we allowed Ahmotep to gain for this scenario. What was cool about this scenario, the only level, so we have this level 5 spell. We have, let me go ahead and get back out of technical difficulties. Okay, there we go. This is a lot better then. You'll be able to see. So we got a level 5 spell here, level 5. We gained this level 4. Oh, I thought that we gained the, oh, we didn't gain the Pillar of Life. Wow, so we actually didn't really gain a lot of good boons. We could visit a trader and trade one of these spells, because these are level 4 or 5. Don't have any level 4 or 5 here. Don't have any level 4 or 5 boons there. Don't have level 4 or 5 boons here. We do have a level 4 ally right there. And here we don't have. So basically, Ahmotep's deck, the only thing she has that's level 4 or 5 is Ice Storm or the Sirocco spell. So what we're going to do is we'll go ahead and so do we have, so 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So if we traded one of these spells to the trader, we then have to give away 2 of these boons, and then in order to get a new spell, so I don't think it'd be worth it. So that's the state of Ahmotep's deck. The only decision is whether I'm going to keep this Mistamail and trade it in for the Crocodile Skin Madu. I think I will do that. I think we're going to keep the Mistamail and get rid of this card. But I really like how it has the offensive capability, and it's really served her well in the past. So I think we'll go ahead and keep that. Alright, well, thanks for watching. Next scenario is going to be, we're on level 6, the final level of the campaign. And I'll work on stop making this camera wobble. Alright, thanks for watching. I'll have another scenario up shortly.